Hello friends, I'm Dr. Lopa Mudra Basuu, a cybersecurity and technology risk management professional. I have 20 years of experience in cybersecurity, which cut across different industry sector, automotive, banking and financial product, manufacturing, as well as ITES. I'm also a member of DLC, Global Cybersecurity Committee. Welcome to my DLC talk. Today we are going to talk about the role of CISO or evolving role of CISO. Today, if we look at the critical, complex ecosystem of cyber, CISO play a very critical role. But the challenge is we are continuously talking about the importance of CISO position in one hand. Other hand, we always keep talking about this role is a major failure at board level. Also, most of the cases, cybersecurity is working in silos, where it is expected to collaborate with the entire organization. Not only organization, take a step ahead and work with the support provider, third party, fourth party, sometime maybe beyond that. So, where is the challenge? Why this role is having this problem? So let's look at the entire process of identifying a effective CISO and onboard to the organization. Today, if we are looking at the JD of a CISO, we can see that huge roles and responsibility drafted 2 pages or more than 2 pages. Now, take a step back and look at what cybersecurity is and what is the demand related to this role. What is the expectation of at board level, which will help us to understand that how we can onboard a CISO who is effective to work and meet the expectation of board. If we look at Global Economic Forum report, we can see some of the emerging risks which is directly nailing to cyber, like inequality related to data, governance, cyber governance failure, critical infrastructure breakdown. So most of this are not simply related to the kind of world we are day in and day out playing with the cyber, but basically related with them. The word cyber is deeply rooted in our vocabulary, and basically the emerged from the word Kubernetics. The word is earlier used as cybernetics, and then slowly we can see this word move to a new or take a new shape and pronounce as a cybersecurity. When we talk about the Kubernetics, this is related to gifted governance, which is aligned with the leadership. And that is what exactly expected from the CISO role to govern the entire cyber ecosystem of the organization and allow business to achieve the objective safely. Data is the new crude fuel of the digitally connected world. And if we look at the World Economic Forum's report, which is talking about the risks related to technology, like digital inequality, technology governance failure, digital power concentration, cybersecurity failure, critical infrastructure breakdowns, adverse effect of the technology, somewhere, somehow, everything is nailing down to cyber. If we are talking about the expectation from the CISO role, it is actually the governance of technology as well as creating or building the defense against the adversary related to digitally connected world. It could be your technology, it could be your process, it could be your manware. Digital transformation. We evident the digital transformation from 1990s. That is the alignment phase. And then it moved to the synchronization phase. And then it's a innovation and business enablement phase. So the CISO role is also emerging with this. Basically, it's a role earlier which is aligning the tool, monitoring the control, and now moving towards beyond the change and monitoring to putting the proper governance, enabling the business, and drive the innovation. Also, align the business requirement with regulatory requirement to maintain the compliance level of the organization. This role is continuously emerging and maturing. So it is very important that while we are creating an expectation from CISO, from board level, that's a top-down approach, from execution management or C-suite management, we need to be very careful that what is our expectation and whom we are onboarding. So when we are looking at the specific role, we see that the way this entire cyber industry is jargon-driven. We talk about the endpoint security, perimeter security, and robotic security, OT, IoT, quantum computer rigs. So that's basically completely a jargon-driven. Now, similar way, we can see that there are 2-3 pages JDs circulated, and basically that related to the subject matter expertise related to each of the area. And sometime, because of that problem, we may end up onboarding somebody who is jack of all, but not a master. But what we are looking for, what is the purpose of the role? That is very important for us to understand, because we are looking for a person who is already 12 to 15 years plus experience, obviously already worked in some of the critical area of the cyber, and having some of the area which is very critical, like soft skill area, leadership area. So that is very important here. Now, if we go by single word, what is the purposes of this role? It is detecting the weak link and protecting your digital asset or critical infrastructure asset. So basically, it is information risk management and technology risk management. We can say it's a combination of information and technology risk management. Now, while we are looking for that role, obviously at the initial level screening, we need to see that what are the areas this gentleman or lady is having the expertise. It could be a networking, it could be a system, it could be an application, but above that, we need to focus on business acumenship, leadership, and relationship capability. That is most important in this role, because this role is horizontally cutting across the organization. So relationship and collaboration is two of the key things, and the capability to make the decision in favor of organization, keeping risks at the paramount, and operating with complete visibility in a connected way. So what are the major qualities we need to focus? CISO as a strategy enabler. So that is the critical quality. The person should be able to understand the business strategy and align this technology strategy with that, understand the risks and capable to govern those risks. So he or she is going to act as a governance leader followed by compliance enabler, because compliance is a requirement of the business. When we are talking about the security by design, secure privacy by design, two of the areas like security operation is one of the area where the expectation is person is able to identify the correct set of people and get the work done by them. Also ensure the smooth execution across the organization so he or she able to act as a value appropriator. Whatever the security function is going to deliver, start adding value to the organization. While doing so, the person is also responsible to create a risk-driven security culture within the organization. These are the areas we need to focus more. So what we are looking for? A consummate business executive, tracking towards the direction, capable to enable the business to achieve the objective safely by keeping the digital fulfillment in mind, customer satisfaction in mind, data protection, as well as the compliance related ecosystem, and also able to put the proper governance which can bring the transparency and enable the entire business to move to the next level, that is elevating the business to the next level. That's how this role is going to establish the at the board level effectively, also capable to gain the trust of end users as well as the entire business and the employee of the organization, which is going to make a difference. And also this entire visibility of the organization, the CISO function is actually going to act as a huge transparent platform which allow people to collaborate more effectively to deal with the business risks, irrespective of it is related to technology, manware, or processes. Thank you, DLC, for providing the platform to share my views. Thank you, everybody, for taking a time out and listening to me. Hope this talk is going to value add to the industry as well as the different organization who is actually working to make this role more effective. Thank you all.